We are live.
We
are live.
It's better than it did a second ago when I wasn't.
I'm sorry, guys. Okay,
No
there we go.
Absolutely no worries.
Cool. Welcome, everybody. We're going to be talking about chakras and stuff we've learned this week, right? Maybe?
Yes.
Yeah,
Although,
sure.
I don't know how much we learned. Both of our cameras are lagging.
Oh, okay.
Your audio is not syncing with video. Yeah, it does that sometimes.
It's still in beta, right? This is still in beta? Is that right?
I think it's still in beta. Yeah, I feel bad. Today I almost want to say, well, do you want to keep doing these, Elsie, or are they too much of a pain in the patoot? On the technical side?
Yes. And yes, I changed my hair. Someone had asked.
Wasn't it just pulled back in a ponytail?
Yeah, and also I added a new color. So to go along with the theme of the chakras, I decided to stick some red with my purple.
Right.
Now I have purple and red.
And you don't like it?
I love it. It's absolutely.
That's good.
It's
then
fabulous.
Why do you seem apologetic?
Because it was an
you
accident.
Have purple and red.
It's a rainbow. I have rainbow hair.
See, no. Lots and lots of people, their greatest thing probably was an accident. They just weren't honest about it. You still get the credit. I've actually been thinking of doing something that with the color in my hair too. But then I go, well, maybe I'm too old and I don't know. And then maybe I don't know. I've done a little bit one time. I did one of those where they used to have like the rat tails or the one tendril. I did a blue one.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I did one for a while. That's a fun idea. You can get the weave
it is time for a little bit of a change. Yeah.
Maybe highlights.
It already gets highlights, although I just haven't gone in so long, you can't tell because there ain't any more anymore.
Love it. Okay, so I would love to start this. Okay, this is me, Elsie, and this is beautiful Angela.
Thank you.
Yeah, we should do really long intros. And I'm just wondering, Angela, do you know all the chakras? And I'm talking about the 7 main.
Oh, God, I have just a nightmare every time I try to go through the middle. The sacral and the solar plexus ones. I go, wait a minute. So you've got root, then sacral, then solar plexus. You tell us, Elsie.
What did you not learn from this? No, I'm kidding. I happen to do. I do I play with this guided meditation by Glenn Harold, where he just clears all the chakras. The thing that maybe it's on the app. I didn't know why we cleared, but I just wanted a new meditation. So he takes you through each one. And the thing that's interesting to me is there is 4 different flows in the chakras. So you have your flow upward. Mm-hmm. You have your flow downward.
What are the other 2? I don't remember mine talking about other flows. Just up and down.
Receiving. It's vertical. Receiving and giving.
Yeah, and then giving. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, they did.
And one of our coaches she loved talking about that like where it comes to money, you don't just accumulate money, give me. You want it to
absolutely.
flow, right? So
absolutely.
Yeah, I learned that it was never about money.
Well, that's interesting because that was kind of what I learned from the chakras too. It's kind of like it supports the other things and you begin to have an understand why. Although in the terms of blocked chakras, oh my God, the reasons that your root chakra could be blocked. I was a month premature, 4 pounds, 6 ounces and an incubator baby. Bam, you're blocked. And I mean, that's before anybody's even said anything to you. You know what I mean? Bam. Yeah. I thought that was really...
Okay. What color is that chakra, by the way? Do you know?
Red. red.
There's the hint. Yeah, red. Very good. How do you say red in Spanish, Angela?
God, she's become a teacher. Roja.
Rojo.
No, well,
okay.
Mine was a female red. Mine was a female red.
Oh, I get it. Go, Angela. Woo! Very good. So that's our root chakra. That's our grounding, right?
Uh-huh.
Sacral. Yeah.
Sex, pleasure, sex. I think mine has been blocked a long time.
I don't.
Well,
that's good.
What else would you call the fibroid? Oops.
I thought it was also creativity, though. Is it not creativity?
Well, it depends. Creative.
A lot. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Oh, that's weird. Still can't?
Yes, I can hear you. You have to sing me a song.
Now? I have to sing you a song, or you keep telling me to sing you a song.
Yeah, you buy me time. Okay, so we're on the sacral.
If you give me a song, I can't think of one.
What? We could say, let's make a song about chakras.
When I was just a little. Okay. But yeah, I obviously, I suppose you can't be totally blocked. Although at the same time, you can see. I'm a very creative person, and I'm always working on something. And I was definitely blocked there, depending on how you look at it, right? Mm-hmm. But being blocked doesn't mean you don't attempt, but it might also mean that you don't complete. Remember, and mine definitely talked about that, being focused, that if you had certain blockages in certain areas, you may be even goal-oriented or whatever, but you're going to lack the focus. It went right back to Gabriel method, where they begin explaining why you're not succeeding where you want to succeed, but through their methodology. Okay.
So let's say we're trying to manifest something. What would you say? Where we want to manifest a thought, an idea, a creation, a song. Let's go back to music.
A song.
So it starts with thought, right? And then it works its way down, right? We want to keep the chakras clear. So we go to the thought. The third eye. Okay, I'm still learning this.
Crown.
The crown, the third eye.
There's something else they call the third eye, because generally I don't think of it as the third eye. I think of it as whatever the other thing is, but I can't think of it.
Okay, someone maybe might tell us, right? Which I have to say that during that manifestation and creation, that I think sometimes when we talk about it too much, it starts to lose momentum. So I'm not really sure. Yeah, so I'm not really sure how that works in, but maybe just keep it clear and just don't let it flow through. Go to the.
I think it's because of how we talk about it. It's because of how we talk about it, because you're supposed to already be like it's happened, and doing that aloud, talking about it, is harder.
What is your intention? Maybe the intention is we talk about it, we see them getting excited about it, and we think it's going to bring us more momentum, but now it's kind of fizzled.
Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't that funny? I mean, it can get really deep. Like, you just read the chakras and it's so simple. Oh, it just goes through here, keep clear, and da-da-da-da. But it's like, man, you just stop right there and you go,
Well, and it's interesting because to me, she said, as you grow up and they get different blocks and so forth, that some people, as you mature and begin to clear them and begin to grow and what we're doing, right? Some people go from bottom up and some people go from top down. And I never thought about it before. I knew I was unique in how I did things, but I can tell from what she said, I was totally a top down. And I can even understand looking at my family dynamic, why that would be so. You're going to have up in the crown chakra, it's going to be a lot how they brought you up in terms of beliefs and religions and stuff. And my parents were Christian Scientists who didn't even know a lot about their religion. So I was basically given, 1 year of Sunday school, maybe not even a full year, and the thing God is love and go out. So, when you only have God is love, you have a lot of room to believe what you want. So top down was definitely how because it was always less blocked on the more intellectual, philosophical levels. It was your day-to-day survival that were the blocked ones.
Cool.
How
Now,
do I deal with these people?
So what's your understanding about going upwards?
Well, you have to go both directions. And even though that may have been your journey there, that in the original I was coming top down, you're still going to repeat and go back the other direction, and you need them to be your best manifester, etc. You need them to be all open and working with each other and flowing.
My takeaway, and what is this author's name again? We're both reading her book.
It was Judith. I have no idea how you pronounce it really, but it's Judith Anodea.
Okay. That's better than I do. But I'll put it in the notes. I'll give her credit. I'm just really loving the information.
Anodea.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And we've just, Super Tech just gave us a link for more information on chakras, but we're continuing here. What I learned about going, because the guided meditation that I've been using, he starts with the root chakra and goes upwards. And again, I didn't know why I was doing this, but I'm learning it's enlightenment and awakening and freedom. Mm-hmm. So let's see what else. What causes a chakra block?
Apparently you're born too early and you're in an incubator.
We'll get more into that. Angela actually has quite a few blocks, right? That you've discovered. I'm sure I do too. I just haven't gone there yet.
Well, and can you call them anymore? You know what I mean? Because you had them, and so it's like you dealt with them over here. And okay, just because I'm reading about them again over here in my, because the chakras, it's just like I can apply the knowledge and go, oh yeah, I went through that, and this is what Chakras says about it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean I'm still blocked in those places.
Right, because isn't it just it's accumulated memory energy? Really? We do clearing on this. Maybe?
No, it's not. No. I don't take that from what I heard her say.
Okay.
What I heard her say, it was more like everything I've ever heard about, just that it's your belief system and your beliefs and what you're telling yourself and little key incidents that happen and then what you told yourself about them, right? Only this is addressing then what it does to your energy system, which, depending on what you believe, and my beliefs, we are our energy system. So it's a really, core. That's a good thing to know. This is how it actually reacts on a physical energy level, where it gets blocked. What happens? But it was still doing it the same way, and I think that's why it was kind of irking me. Although I think it's also just. What you resist persists, right? I wonder if it's that for me, or if you just reach a point where it's like, okay, I've talked about my story. I've got it. I've figured it out. I've set it down. I'm good. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. I know you're fine up there in heaven, or not actually heaven in my view, but going on, right? You're good. And so I don't need to rehash it anymore. And it seems like when you take a new one on, sometimes they go so far back in their explanations. Right. So I don't know. So, and it does. It's like, is it I'm bored with this, or is it actually what you resist persists? That I haven't figured out. But that was bothering me. But then it was interesting because it did explain things that no other method had. So I'll give them that.
Yeah. Is it just a matter of, as Supertech 76 pointed out, is it just a matter of spinning them? I'm lagging. I'm sorry, everybody. Is it just a matter of spinning them one way and then you're done? Or, I mean, no, I'm not running my you Super Tech 76, meaning that when we clear it, we're just clearing it temporarily and then it comes back? Because I need something long lasting.
Nah, it's always going to be. You're never going to be 100%. You're just never going to be 100%. I was fantastic for like 3 weeks. And then it's like just the momentum of being fantastic, of doing that blog, of doing those videos, of just being happy. You know, Christmas, I was having a great Christmas. I was getting to see a lot of friends. I'm laughing. And yeah, just the momentum of being that happy. It's like getting too high or something. I was like, oh my God, I'm scared. Now what happens? And so I tripped a little bit on that. So I think you're always going to have your slight ups and downs. It's just that they're going to end up at a much higher frequency, and you may not dip quite down as far. Because even when I did that, when I did my slight stumble, it was just like, whoa, you scared yourself, didn't you? And then I went back to, and so now I'm back to, I've had like 3 mornings in a row where I simply started laughing at my own doing something. And I mean, I can laugh to where my stomach hurts at either me and my cats. You know what I mean? So no other, very little input needs to happen to make me just go, and that's a good place to be. But yeah, you can't, it's hard to sustain simply because of the momentum, I think. And she was talking about that though, about that. Yes, I can see the rise, raising in consciousness, but she was not of the belief that you ignore the lower chakras, that a lot of chakra practices do want you to pull up into the higher chakras, but she thinks you need to, consider all of them equally and not, I suppose not be a chakra snob. They're all equally. So because we do want to rise in frequency, right? Rising in frequency, you're going to be at joy, so forth. I don't translate that directly to rising from the root chakra to the crown chakra. Maybe I think of it more as that each one of those can be at joy. Each one of those is a station.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I guess I'm just thinking, how can chakras be so important to life experience? It's something that we just have to constantly work at and just love, or just put our attention to. Be more aware to those parts of our being. We are just energy. I mean, not just. I got to take that word out of my vocabulary. I swear it's that one word. Have
you done the thing on I
before E?
Have you done the thing on Facebook where it tells you which words you use the most? You should try it. It's interesting.
I think I did do that. Love was mine. Was my name.
Well, my number one was the last name of a friend who has 3 siblings. So I guess I talk to them a lot, and their last name is Giannini. So my number 1 word was Giannini.
Okay, I don't think I took that test. Oh my gosh, it's so bizarre. Angela, it's really bizarre.
It is.
Wow.
Love was in mine too, though. It was like number 3 or something. It was right next to Judy, which is her first name.
Wow. That's funny. Did you tell them that?
I don't remember if I did or not. I should go back and find it and link her and say, look at that. Yours doesn't say me.
They'll go, my ears ring all the time.
That's it.
Which is a whole nother lab. So giving, receiving. We receive too much. We receive too much, receive too much, receive too much. What does that do? Quiz time.
No quiz, because no, I'm not going to be able to help you.
When we receive it's energy. That's it. It's energy. I'm teasing about the quiz.
Well, oh, no. It was when you were, because that's not how I'm thinking about it. It was when you were deficient, or you were, what did you call it when you were over? And you either need to get rid of the energy, or you need to take energy in. Most of my blocks are take energy in. I've even figured that one out.
So do you think that your laughter has something to do with that release?
Well, no, because it was taking in. Most of my original ones where I'd go, okay, that'd be a block. Okay, well, how would it have reacted? Okay, it acted deficiently. So deficiently is take in, not release.
Oh, okay. So deficient, it's a withdrawal, surrender.
Well, it's not but deficient also, I looked at it as like the people who don't think they got enough. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Okay, because I learned stuff about that too, but I have to find it. Okay, withdrawing can be used. Oh, these are my own notes though. I was thinking, never mind. Don't listen to my notes. I'm still learning this. Oh, we decrease.
Hilarious. Oh my God.
I'm not. I've got some chakras that are just not balanced today, so forgive me. Good grief.
She says, I have some notes. Oh, these are my notes. Of course they're your notes. And then she totally discredits her own notes.
Well, okay, so I wrote taking in energy. Wait, hold on. Darn it, can I stop recording? No, I'm kidding.
I know.
Okay,
just don't worry about it.
Okay, so because my notes are I'm wondering if they're even on chakras. I just was saying increasing our energy, like taking in energy, can be useful. When we're in survival mode and we need that extra energy to fight, that's right? And then decreasing the energy is retreating, just letting go of trying to control things.
Okay, you're the brains to this outfit.
I'm back to the energy again. I would love to get Randy on here too, because he actually learned a lot about chakras in the 70s. I'm sure nothing's changed, right? The info is still the same.
Okay, would you like to hear my notes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you don't like mine?
Chakras.
Okay, go.
Huh? No. The chakra system is a map for the journey to consciousness. 7 chakras that spin at the core of our beings. Bundles of nerves, each corresponds to a chakras. They're not the same as the nerve ganglia. Butterflies in your bellies, activities in your chakras, created by nervous energy and the conscious going through your chakras. Chakras are transformers from matter to spirit and from spirit to matter. Vortexes where 2 currents pass. One descends to earth, one begins in earth and rises up to spirit. Root chakras, nervous system, roots down to earth. Fruit tree root ball. Chakra 1 related to earth base of the spine. Coccyx, tailbone. Sciatic nerve, big root that goes down to the ground, red. Chakra 2, sacral, the womb, sexuality, the elements of water, orange. Chakra 3, solar plexus, power chakra, transmute energy into activity, rules over digestion and metabolism, element fire, and I think it was yellow. Chakra 4, heart, can feel expansion or collapse, falling in love, element air, green. Chakra 5, throat, stiff neck and shoulders, chakra of communication, element sound, cerulean blue. Chakra 6, third eye chakra, imagination, inner vision, deep indigo. Chakra 7, crown chakra, cerebral cortex, violet. Excessive needs to discharge, deficient needs to take in. And then I do have more notes that I took after that too, but that was the first notes I took. I took like 3 pages of them on 4 pages on notes.
So this is really just an introduction to chakras, because now I feel really inspired to do a blab on each chakra. Just like, what is it all about? And you're talking about, what did you say? Vessels, veins and what was that? It's connected to our physical, like.
Well, yeah, it is connected to where the nerve ganglia. She was actually taking it right. It's connected to your nerve endings and everything too. So, and energy. Remember too, another one I did, and I'm going to be looking at that because of this even further. But your vision board, I divided my vision board by the chakras. So look at what it is. Which chakra is this benefiting or feeding?
Okay. I love it.
I don't know a lot about, and that another thing, that's what I want to study more on it is different exercises and stuff. And I don't know, it's like, okay, well, that's the color, but so just looking at this color helps me feel more secure and my root chakra feels good. Is that it? I know when we were talking with Henry, I mean, three driving DMV photos, I wore this color red. I mean, this exact red. I just happened to get these pajamas for Christmas, so it was easy. But so just looking at the color, what's the color got to do with it?
Well,
that's
I mean,
what it looks like.
See, that's Gil's mandalas.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to give explanations to what we're supposed to be getting from it, but I'm like, I need to know. This means resonation or whatever. And I look at it, I'm like, I want to know. My brain has to know so it can process everything. But he really believes that you can just look at the mandala, and it will speak to you. As far as the color red, that's never worked for me. I believe in color breathing. When we bring the energy and vibration of the color into our breath, that works for me.
I've never heard of that. So where have you heard of that, and what is that? Bring color into the
breathing.
Breath. What colors do you breathe and why?
Well,
okay.
If I have
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I've just never heard it called that before, but it's the one where they have you visualize, let's say if you feel sad or something and you visualize it leaving your body and it's, whatever color that represents to you, or success and you're breathing it in, or, whatever, love, or yeah, I know what you mean.
So I love it. It's one of my most powerful tools for me. And Randy has something here. Do you want me to read it?
Okay.
Okay. Most of the chakras extend forward and backward as a spinning cone-shaped vortex of energy. The root chakra extends downward, connecting us to the earth, while grounding us, period. The crown chakra extends upward to our higher self and the spiritual planes, connecting us to the divine. The energy extensions are how we exchange with others in our environment and also help make up our own auric field. At times, our energy or that of others can be more expanded or more contracted depending on how open we are. This is also part of what helps us sense positive and negative energy, those good vibes or bad vibes you feel from other people. Thank you. I wish I could read auras. One technique, I guess you have someone stand in front of a wall or something and you look at them and it's like from your peripheral vision, you can learn to, but then again, you really don't want to like invade someone's emotional privacy, right?
Is that why you would want to read auras?
No, just because I think it would be cool. I want to be able to look at a tree and just see it. It's my ego. My ego wants it because it'll make me more powerful probably. Ooh, I'm so cool because I can read auras. I mean, really, what is the benefit other than how cool would it be? Thanks a lot, Angela. I'm learning a lot about myself. I'm so shallow.
Oh my
That's
God.
why I love to learn.
No,
I might.
I think it'd be fun to read auras, but I don't think it necessarily has to be about that's because I'm so cool. I think it would just be kind of cool. Just enjoy, go back to just the enjoying it. Plus, it'd be a lot more colorful. Life would be a lot more colorful.
The world would be a big giant rainbow.
I know. I feel like I'm studying a lot about energy lately.
What? One more time?
Mm-hmm. I feel like I've been studying a lot about energy lately, and I think I want to do something over there, but I don't know what yet. There were also moments where she agreed with Dr. Joe Dispenza, as a matter of fact, too. I can't remember where the theory agreed, but it did. It was really interesting.
But you can't remember?
But I can't remember. It'll come back to me when I'm thinking of something else. Because I first thought of it. Oh well, we're going quiet.
Oh yeah. So when you mentioned, I'm jumping all over the place. So just go ahead.
Do you think? Okay, when I got my divorce, right, and I was attracted to red. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So at the time, during the divorce, I made a lot of jokes, and I learned not to make that joke. But, you had that self-depreciating, I'm going to end up having to live under a bridge because, reality was he earned like 3 times what I earned. And so, it was scary times. And so I suddenly find myself attracted to red everywhere. And I painted my first wall. See this one right here? That is mostly red. I painted that wall. That was my first, whatever.
Is that sponge?
But so... it's sponged. It's all sorts of stuff. I've used feather dusters before, but the real thing is it's textured walls so that it plays the texture. But so here you have a time where you've made a choice that makes you feel insecure, or it puts you out in, now I have to do things, right? It's just going to be me, right? And so I'm attracted to this color that in theory is tied to this chakra that in theory is activating a feeling of security and power.
That's,
you see what I mean?
That's the this. You look at it and it activates your association.
Right,
I just was looking for a way to word that. I'm writing it down.
But so it's an interesting thing. Do you think that's true? And it kind of has to be true. It's like, so what's your favorite color?
Well, you know mine.
What I mean?
Hey, what is your favorite color?
Yeah,
you.
Apparently, I had decided it was red.
Still?
The haze. I think so. I think red's still holding in. I do like some. It might not be quite as strong because I like so many colors. Oh, and something else that was really kind of cool during all this. You know my house, right? And I think I'm actually going to go show it so we can, actually get the picture. And you can see behind me all the different colors inside. I had people come to my Christmas party that said that the pictures you see on the internet do not do it justice. It is brighter in person. So there you go. But so on Halloween, the kids that were coming to my house were calling it the Rainbow House.
Wow.
Which every time she kept calling the rainbow, the chakras, the rainbow bridge, and making it about a rainbow, I thought, well, this has got to be a good sign. I don't know if you can. There's an orange.
Can I just give a shout out here? Like, do we not love technology? Look what you're doing.
I know. I'm outside.
I love the world that we are in. Technology is so cool.
Back. Well, yeah, and I mean, for every little my Wi-Fi didn't work or this didn't happen. I mean, look at the stuff it lets you do. I had a boyfriend for 2 years who lived in New Zealand. I mean, you couldn't have done that when I was a kid.
You know what's even cooler? There's a video I have to send to you. It's this guy that lives off, like, he pays for nothing. He grows everything himself. He uses water from rain. He lives in San Diego. He does all this there. And it's fascinating to watch and inspiring. And it's something like I go, ooh, cool. Really? realistically, I probably couldn't live that way, but I love watching it. It's in just the contrast.
Yeah, you could live that way somewhat. You could live that way somewhat. Keep in mind, mine, what I just showed you, if I had been able to show you the roof, there's solar panels up there, so that's something.
Yeah, and you
I
have to be...
I want to get the rain barrels. I've actually got the rain barrels on order. Now, the sad thing is when you decide to make some of those changes, the lag time between your decision and them actually happening can be kind of disheartening. Because, I mean, it took months for PG&E and the whole system to get my solar up and running. And despite the fact I have those rain barrels and it's now raining, I don't have my rain barrels. So make it happen, people. But patience. Wow. My message for today is patience, so I'm patient.
Patience. I love it. It's beautiful. Patience.
Ooh, I kind of like that perspective.
Welcome, everybody. I can't remember what we were... Oh, I was going to say, okay, so, hello, heart.
Hi.
Valentine's Day, red. Mm-hmm. But if the chakra is green, how come Valentine's Day is not all about green? Is it because of St. Patrick's Day?
That's interesting.
Yeah, what's that all about? It's the color of red and the heart. Or is it the heart? Or wait, maybe Valentine's started a whole different way, and then we turned it into a heart and love.
Well, it is interesting. But before... what is love? And in certain cases, love is somebody who has power over somebody else, whether or not it's what they want or what the other person wants. So is it coming from an old-fashioned tradition of what love was? And it was having...
What love was?
Well, I mean...
Why
well, if you think about it, it is discarded notions. I'm going to have to Google why that. But think about fire trucks. They used to think that fire trucks, they had them red because they thought you'd see red faster. But then they found out, I think you can see some sort of yellow faster. And so remember, they started going that color. Although I think mostly they're still red.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So maybe they're just testing. They really don't know.
They have no clue. And supposedly in the institutions, pink makes us feel good.
Yeah, and I believe that...
Not the pink they have.
Oh. Well, pink used to be a boy color is what I've heard. And it was Elvis Presley's favorite color. Mm-hmm. I don't know where... I mean, maybe... Randy, you probably know where every color is every color of the rainbow, does that have a chakra?
Well,
not every color. I mean, there's so many colors. You mix them, and
and she seemed to only think of the 7 chakras, but then she did say there was a chakra for pretty much everything and everywhere, and outside your body and inside your body. I tend to think of chakras.
Your hands.
Oh, yeah. Did you do that thing? Did you do that? Yeah.
I do this a lot. The heart. Where'd you go? There you are.
I'm here. I mean the power one where you feel it between your hands.
Oh yeah, well I did that with.
She had one. I felt that with hers, and I felt it with somebody else's too. And my God, my eyes look.
Can we do it here? Let's do it together. Can we do it together? What's that other guy we're studying? He does that too. So you put your hands, or do you rub them together?
Jeffrey Allen. Well, you don't actually have to even. How did that work? I don't think you had to rub them together.
I feel heat. Angela. I'm feeling heat.
Hi, Randy.
Hi, Randy. He's wearing red. Woo! Red chakra.
Yay! We're all well grounded.
Okay. Are you going to show us how to create energy, or are you just going to do it with us? Oh, we can't hear you, Randy. Are you muted?
Did you mute
there we go. Oh. Sorry about that.
We go.
I did have it muted. It's been a long time, but the way way we learned is start out close, and as the energy
Uh-huh.
increases, you can feel the energy. Just close your eyes and concentrate on the energy in your hands. And once you feel it start to grow, it's like a ball. And as it grows, the space will increase between your hands. Now, if you know of somebody that's ailing or is having a rough time, you can actually take that ball and imagine it and just toss it out to them, giving them the energy that you've created between your hands.
I have a phone call to make after this one. See if you received it. I want to see if you received it. Did you get my energy?
Yeah. We used to do some long distance healing. Like our instructor would say, okay, today we have this person in California or New York or wherever they might be, and they have this condition. And what I want you to do is concentrate on this person and and feel their chakra energy, which direction it's flowing and whether it's intense or really weak. Hence the expression of the chakra energy going out. You can feel, once you get used to it and attuned to it, you can actually feel the strength of the energy as you move up or down. And so we were concentrating on this person who had this issue, and our instructor had us, explain to him what we felt afterwards and what we did to improve that. We were each given a different person. We weren't all working on the same person.
Cool.
So, and then he would contact that person again later in the week to find out, how they were doing and stuff. And I'd say about 95% of the time, the people were feeling better. Some of them, with continued work, were actually through and over their condition. The doctors were amazed at how they were able to remiss from their condition.
So you said your instructor asked you what you did?
Right. Did we work on the...
What would you do?
Did we work on the energy level? Did we work on the rotation of the energy? Did we balance the energy of the chakras, or did we just work on the one that was the most efficient?
Right.
Randy, can we just clear a chakra just by turning the other way? Just focusing our attention on, and do you need to do them all at once? I mean, not all at once. Do you have to do all of them in one?
You don't have to do all of them. It's better if you do them individually so you can concentrate one at a time. Because you're not going to be in order. It doesn't have to be in order, no. I mean, you can go up or down or start in the middle and go either direction for sensing what the chakras are doing. And once you determined, kind of got a picture of all of the chakras and what they're doing, what their energy levels are, what their rotations are, you can work on the ones that are the lowest. So you don't have to start one place and go up or down, or you can start on whatever one is the weakest, or rotating in the wrong direction. Like we learned from the front, they should be going in a clockwards motion.
In the front.
So it'd be counterclockwise in the back, but.
And the back is the root chakra?
Behind you.
Oh, wait. Okay, that's where I'm confused.
You know how when you're standing sideways, you've got the chakras are coming out both directions. You'll see
I
it.
didn't know that.
You'll see it in that link that I posted
Okay.
earlier.
I'll share that link.
It has a
at the
picture
end.
of the crown chakra going up, the grounding chakra, the red going down, and all the others going forward and backwards.
Ooh, the vertical, right?
Well, the crown and
confusing.
the crown and the grounding chakra are going vertical, and the other ones are going horizontal, forward and back.
Cool. Have you ever?
You have to look at that link, and it's pictured there, so you'll be able to see it.
And then, how would you explain, or how would you describe a flow of unblocked? Oh,
chakras.
Did he leave us? Okay,
He left again.
Yeah, chakras. Because it's like, okay, so you're clearing these chakras, and now it's like, I'm just wondering, like, I mean, I do the guided clearing, but I usually fall asleep. I didn't mention that part, so I can't really tell you like how it felt after. But to master it, what is that feeling of flow, right?
Mm-hmm. I wonder too, when they're working on this person some distance away, and they're either changing the direction of their chakra or unblocking their chakra, or, whatever they're doing. What are you doing to do that? What's that process? Are you just visualizing it, doing it, or is there something like are there words? What is it?
Right, or are they just moving energy?
Well, are they moving energy by just picturing the energy moving? I've had recently some success in sending stuff to a friend at a distance and having him pick it up, which is
like math problems?
Right.
Math answers?
No, not like math answers.
I tried to do that with my son. It did not work.
Did you try sending them during the test?
No, I just need to practice. So, Randy, do you have an answer to that? How does that work? Like across the miles? Or do you know? Or do we have to read it? I'll blog about it.
Wow, you're making me think back to the late 70s here. It's energy, and it's like a telepathic type of thing. How can somebody think of what somebody's going through from miles away? It takes a lot of practice, and if you don't have the ability to do that conditioned, it's very difficult.
If you don't have the ability to do that conditioned, is that what you said?
Well, to be able to see long distance or feel the energy from long distance.
But you can practice it, right? I mean, we're all capable, but we just
what we did at first as we practiced on each other. Mm-hmm. So the person was actually there, and they could give you immediate feedback of how they were feeling. So we started with that. So you start with somebody that you're with, and you get attuned to the chakras and the frequencies and the rotation and the energy levels by having the person right there with you. And then as you get accustomed to that and attuned to that, then you can expand out. And some people can do it and some people can't.
So are you mixing your energy, or are you somehow like involved in it where you could actually take it on for yourself?
Yes, actually, if you're standing in front of someone, you're face to face with somebody, for instance. You can
know what, guys? Oh, sorry. I'll share with you after this. It's really good. Keep going.
Yeah, well, you can actually connect with their chakras from your chakras.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
That's wow.
All right, what was it, Elsie? Take it, Elsie.
And I guess if you're a chakra master, you'll be okay. You'll just clear your whatever. Okay, so anyway, if there's someone, thank you. If there, oh wait, must give you. Thank you so much for sharing all that.
I can't do it, or I'll flip my camera.
Oh, that's right. So if you're talking to someone and you don't like their energy, you could either turn away from them, or I think you can actually put your hands like at the solar plexus area so you don't have, it's not what do you call it, coming into you? What's that called?
Isn't that interesting? Isn't that,
you're shielding it?
Think about it.
Yeah.
Someone's talking and you're bothered, and before you'd ever heard about chakras or anything else, somebody's talking and you're not real happy. What do?
Oh, yeah. Right. It's not
We
just
do
a rude gesture. Yeah, you're right.
It's just you find out now why.
Now, Angela, you know that for the applause, you can click anywhere on the picture of the person. You don't have to click on the little hands.
Oh, there, did it. Okay.
Hey, he's right.
I thought I had you on the hands. Man, if I did on the
he's
hands,
got more applause than us.
Let's see. He does.
Oh, we can fix that.
I had me do it actually at the spot today. It's behaving much better today.
I drink out of a golden cup every day. That's my solar plexus, my power.
Now, is that a metal straw or a glass straw?
A metal.
Is it? Yeah. The Ho'oponopono guy, Dr. Hugh Len, says you should drink out of a blue glass.
Okay.
Blue glass water.
Oh, I
Remember?
do.
You put the water in the blue glass and you set it out in the sun.
I got that, and I have a chakra. What chakra is this? Hold on.
It's gonna be the eye, isn't it?
Indigo.
Yeah, it's the third eye one. Inspiration, third eye.
Oh, you know what? This one is solar plexus, and it says to use will and take action. It's an old vodka bottle. Because Gil had mentioned it. Yeah. I'll tag that too. Sky vodka. Solar water. So let me see yours. Oh, she's got one. Oh, see,
it still has 2 inches of vodka. I need to get drinking.
So that she can put water in there. So for the solar water, how long do you leave yours out, Angela?
I've never done it. I've always wanted to do it, but yeah, I just remembered it now. And I remember hearing it. I think my impression was like sun tea. It was only hours, like maybe overnight. Although I think you do time. So yeah.
Out in the sun overnight.
Yeah. although it was
that's good. Okay. Randy, I do the moon. I do sun and moon. That's my defense.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The one though that I realized it was on my video yesterday in terms of sun, and does it have to be actually out in the sunlight? Because my kitchen, when they did the remodel of the kitchen, those lights are daylight balanced. They're LED and they're daylight balanced. And so yesterday I had some rude thought go through my head, and I just shut my eyes and looked up, and all those lights were in my face, and it was just like, oh, it's like the sun. And then I realized, oh yeah, those guys put in daylight balanced. And so you think about the people who have the sadness, just daylight balanced LED your lights.
Mm-hmm. And they have a thing called happy light.
But would it make your water? Can it just sit under daylight balanced LED 12 hours?
Well, happy lights work. It's just a light. You could just shine a light on there, probably.
Does it work for the water, though?
I'm going to say yes, and I don't know for sure. Oh, and also, doesn't it take time for light to travel? Or does light travel? You know what I mean?
Travels.
Yes.
Speed of light.
What is it? So the light that we don't see anymore might now just be hitting the water, even though we don't see the sun.
We don't see anymore. I thought it was the other way around. The light we're seeing from out there, we're seeing stars and stuff that are gone.
So we should put the water out before the sun comes out.
That's it.
Okay, we got it.
It's traveling at the speed of light.
So put your solar water up between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. or something like that.
But meanwhile, today, my caveat today then would be to drink 2 inches of vodka.
Well, that'll make you happy.
So what is it you're achieving from having the water out in the sunlight?
See, I can't remember.
In the blue glass bottle.
I'm kidding.
It was that Dr. Hewlin, the guy that does the Ho'oponopono. I don't remember what you were gaining, but it had to be in a blue glass bottle, and it was like the secret of life is you have to have water in a blue glass.
Can we talk? Let's talk about this next Friday. Let's make this our subject, our topic, because I've got information.
Okay.
We all have the information, but let's all accumulate it.
I was watching a Survivor show the other day, and they talked about putting water out in a bottle, and the UV light from the sun would actually purify the water, kill the bacteria and stuff in the water.
Right. Would it care if it was blue or not, though?
That's what I was wondering. If you put it in a blue bottle, does it, would that block some of the UV light? I don't know.
Indigo. Is it indigo or blue?
I tend to think
cobalt.
Indigo.
Cobalt. I tend to think of it as cobalt.
Cobalt blue,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yep. Woohoo.
All right. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, let's do it. So you guys, I'm really sorry. Our music guest had some technical issues, and it looks like he was not.
I never
able
got
to
the
join
email
us.
either.
The universe has spoken.
Yeah. I had one of those happen the other day too. It is funny how when you'll start to do something and it'll just shut you down. And it's just like, well, it's all right. And it's fine as long as you don't get attached or you don't start making a big deal. Just because it shuts you down, it's just like, oh, well, I'll go play over here now then. That's how I look at it. But it is kind of funny because it will just, you're not going to do that right now. Okay. Oh, well, I talked too much and forgot what my original point was. Never mind.
So what was, everybody, what was your biggest takeaway about chakras today?
Energy is life.
Cool.
For me, I've been wanting to get more into yoga anyway. So I'm going to be going heavily looking through the yoga connection, which, of course, that's really the world chakras were first talked about in, so it's perfect. So it just kind of led me more to places I wanted to discover. And I actually ordered one of the, what is it, the is it Kundalini? I don't know, one of the yogas that's very much about the chakras. I ordered a DVD on it.
Oh wow, let us know how that goes. I would love to talk more about chakras though, for real, on another Blab. It's really interesting to me, and I think my biggest takeaway, I didn't know about it being front to back, and
yeah, I didn't know that part either. I do, Randy. Has there been anything in your life personally where you feel like you benefited from your chakra knowledge?
Yes, definitely.
Can you share?
Well, basically, a lot of times, like in the healing, like when I had surgery, I worked on myself after the recovery, or during the recovery process after the surgery. And the doctors were amazed at how quickly I recovered. So, just in that by itself, and different ailments. I mean, I'm no expert at it by any means, but just different things that I've tried. I've found success in.
But you've tended to try when you've had a physical ailment to work on, when you've had something to aim at. Yeah. Right. That's one
when I was married and my wife was having menstrual cramps, I worked on her and it soothed her cramps. Right. So you can use it for any number of things.
Pain management. Cool.
Yeah, that's one of the ones Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about, how we learn these techniques and things, and we only do them when there's something wrong.
Right.
Do them, get ahead of the action and do it, before anything's wrong.
Yeah, back in the 80s, even when my kids were born, I would check their chakras, pretty much on a weekly basis, to see how they were doing. And so, I used it a lot back then when they were young. But kind of like in the 90s and so forth, I kind of got out of it, not doing it as much. But now that it was brought up recently, I've looked into it more in the past year or so and started working with it a little bit.
Yeah, my biggest thing is I want to know why clearing chakras and how it can benefit us in our lives on a daily basis. Yeah.
I think with me, it's very much when I got the divorce, right? And the fact that I was attracted to red and that happened. I mean, that happened, period. It happened. I didn't know what was happening. I just responded to what I was feeling and it happened, right? The fact that it was red and the fact that chakra system, it all makes sense, makes me want to know more.
Cool. Kind of like, okay, I like that. Do you want to know more?
Would you like to know more?
And now for the rest of the story.
Have you seen that movie, Randy?
Randy?
You know what we're talking about?
I'm sorry, I missed it.
It's Starship Troopers.
Would you like to know more?
We really like that movie. Can you tell?
We do. It's so bizarre. I don't know why I like it so
I
much.
think I saw it, but I can't remember for sure. A lot of times, there's different views on what different colors mean, depending on, because red is an anger color.
Mm-hmm.
Like people who drive red sports cars, the police target more because they have a tendency to drive faster.
Yeah, that's true. Statistics, yeah.
I don't know that necessarily that they necessarily drive faster because they're angry though.
More aggressive.
No, it's aggressive or power, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, the whole time when I was seeing red like that, at no point did I feel angry, and I wasn't really angry in my divorce. I wanted my divorce. I knew I had reached a point where I just wanted different things from my life. You know what I mean? So we parted very amicably. So there was never any anger and energy, but there was definite a need to reassure myself that because I had been very much where I'd gone from my parents' house to my husband's house, and now I'm going. This is me world, no roommate, no, 2 cats.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you needed that support and no kids, no nothing. And so you're not having to be a single parent, but you're still, this is my first time with no support. I have to prove I'm support. And to be attracted to red like that, I don't know. It shows, to me, it shows there's something there to learn because you already have proven it in your own life without knowing it.
And you know how it's also a sexual color? I wonder
red?
if it's, like I've seen red silk pajamas and I'm like, okay, why is that sexy? It's like, maybe it's just coming out of that shell and just being free.
Maybe.
And red really stands for a lot of stuff, doesn't it? It could be a bold, brave color.
Well, it's kind of funny if you think about it. With women, okay, you used to have, like, say in the 50s, you'd have that really, really red lipstick, right? And then I can't think what that Betty Page, like a Betty Page look,
yeah.
40s, whatever, right? With that real red lipstick. But then when you take back to the Scarlet Letter, there's a reason it was a scarlet letter.
To stand out, really, like the fire truck.
And it does make you wonder how many have a reason and how many become more of a cultural reason intellectualized in. I don't know.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That can be broken down into a whole other subject. A really good one. Mm-hmm.
Well, in several subjects. Yeah.
And it's funny because the sex chakra was actually orange.
Right. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to wear orange and well, that's just maybe tangerine. Okay, now we're talking.
We'd all be pulling up to those places where the convicts are cleaning the highways, and we'd be like, "Ooh, look at you, baby." Those convict suits, the orange ones.
Yeah, no, my image consultant.
Orange is the new black.
Oh yeah. Actually, that was
That's
Frank Sinatra's
funny.
favorite color, orange. That was
Orange?
his favorite color.
That's funny.
Mhm.
Orange is the new black. They know the chakra. They are telling it's a sex message.
Like what the really and oh my gosh, the punishment. It's the color of punishment. What the heck?
What punishment?
Okay, guys,
I'm way behind on that show. Yeah, I'm way behind
No.
on that show.
Oh no, but I
No?
just mean the color orange being worn. I mean, I think it's partly because like people that are fined will have to wear orange, but they're picking up trash from the freeway, the sides, and I love them for it. But the thing is, I know we don't want to hit them, so they're probably wearing the orange so they don't get
It's the
hit.
same theory as the fire truck. Yeah.
But
Although
then
don't they run
again,
in prison now.
exactly. See, but then how come they're wearing the same color as prisoners? Now they're probably going to be in shame or feeling in shame.
Sometimes they are prisoners.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Inmate
in
work
their
release.
world, right? That's true. In their world, we're all lagging.
Sometimes that's their date. What do you call it? You know, when you have to do community service, that's their community service. So they kind of are prisoners, kind of.
Yeah.
That's
Work
true.
release.
They
Work release. That's it.
manifested.
And they do the fires too. The work release for the fires. They do those too in those outfits.
I'm gonna watch that show. You know, I stopped watching TV for. What's going on? What I missed? I was gonna say
Nothing. I just went
important.
like
No,
this.
not really.
It's like she fell off her chair. You know?
Oh, she's
yeah.
fine because she's lagging. She'll fall slowly.
That's it.
She'll float down, right?
Yeah, I've seen, say, one season of that, maybe not a full season, but I do intend to watch it. I don't know. I don't know. I watch TV, but there's only so many hours in a day for stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's like mind sleep.
Right.
It's sometimes really nice.
Or socializing. I really like socializing with TV.
How do you socialize with?
You just have friends over. You have a party around a show.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can do it for Survivor. We used to do it way back for Twin Peaks. We'd actually eat pie and coffee.
How fun!
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. And then especially if you have, I remember I went to a MASH party way back.
That's not exciting to me, but.
No, but when MASH ended, it was exciting because
gosh.
I was with a friend at a house that I'd never been to before to watch MASH and drink.
No, that was huge.
It was
That's
strange.
Wow. I want to hear more about that sometime.
Isn't it weird the things you connect to? Because I remember being at that party. I didn't really know the person whose party it was very well. They were a friend of a friend, right? And they told me this story about them going skiing and how they misread one of those signs and they accidentally went down, a black diamond one when they were only as good as like the baby slopes. And so they broke their kneecap going down moguls for the first time when they weren't supposed to be doing moguls.
Wow.
But like, that's what I remember most of that MASH party was him telling me that story about skiing and thinking, okay, watch those signs really good.
Seriously, wow.
Wow. And thinking, how do you break a kneecap?
Perish the thought. Well, cool. We ended with MASH, just like MASH ended.
It's odd. It's odd, very odd. Whoop. Oops.
Well, that brings us to the end of our beginner's guide to the chakras. Oh, big time. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to kind of have just a light discussion on the subject to kind of see where we were at, and I'm interested. I do want to know more too. So.
Yeah, the fact that it actually is backwards applicable. What if you knew it going forward?
Yeah.
It might give you a better idea what to pay attention to, because I think a lot of those things happen in life, like that being attracted to red. And if I hadn't made it conscious and said, God, I just keep seeing red, and I just, and a lot of those times it is signs for something maybe that you want to pursue. Bring it conscious. And the more you know, the more you can notice what to bring conscious.
I love it. Thank you for that. That is a great ending.
Yay!
Okay.
Okay, till the next time.
Till the next time. Ta-ta.
Till the next time. Bye.
Bye.